Hello everyone, and welcome to Debonair Cyber. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how to get you off the ground running with your own Kali Linux virtual machine so that you can participate in all of those awesome CTF challenges. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first place we want to start is on this virtualbox.org page. This is where we're going to actually download the hypervisor that we'll install the Kali Linux ISO into. We'll get to all that. Links for everything will be in the description. But for now, we're going to go to this download button here, and we're going to select the appropriate platform for your machine. So I'm on a Windows machine. I'm going to go with the Windows hosts option. We're going to download that. And pretty quick, we're going to go in and install through this wizard here. We're going to accept the terms that we definitely read, and the defaults here are fine. This will give you a warning that it's going to set up a virtual switch infrastructure and it will temporarily disconnect you from the network. Just go ahead and click yes through this, and go ahead and click yes through this. Select what you want here. I don't like shortcuts, and we'll install that. This will take a couple of minutes and we'll meet you back. Alright, so we're here at the end of this install, and we just want to go ahead and start VirtualBox. That's fine. And yours will look a little bit different. You won't have all of these other virtual machines like I do, but that's totally fine. So now we'll move on for just a little bit here. We're going to minimize this and move on to our Kali Linux. We have to download the .iso file so that we can install it into VirtualBox. So this is the homepage for kali.org, and again, links will be in the description. We're going to click this download button. So from here we need to choose our platform, and we're going to go with the installer images and with the recommended installer image right up here at the top. Click that and it will begin to download. That's going to take a few minutes, so we'll once again meet you back. Okay, seems like that is done downloading now. So from here we can go back into our VirtualBox manager. And what we want to do, make sure we're on the right tab. On the details tab, we can go into new. We want to name our virtual machine. In this case, I'm just going to call mine Kali 1 because I already have a Kali. You can name it whatever you want. You can set up a folder to save all your VMs if you would like to. We need to select the ISO image that we just downloaded. So we're going to go to Other and out to the downloads. Make sure you're in your downloads and select that Kali Linux.iso file. We're going to open that. This type is going to be Linux, and with the subtype we can change that to Debian because Kali Linux is a Debian based system. So from here we can go into hardware, and we want to make sure that we have enough memory and CPU cores to operate. My machine has got some pretty decent resources, so I'm going to put 8 gigs there and 4 CPU cores. This is honestly a little bit overkill, but the point is that you can put as much as you want in this virtual machine, as much as your machine can handle. For the virtual hard disk, we want to probably increase this a little bit. Should be around like the 40 gig mark, should be okay. This is going to create a virtual hard disk for your virtual machine. It's going to basically allocate storage on your machine for the virtual machine to use. And with all that done, we're going to click finish. And now we're ready to start up the machine. So we can just double click that and it will begin to power up the virtual machine. Now that we have our virtual machine running, we do need to go in here, make sure you're clicked into the window and begin to install the operating system. We're going to do a graphical install here. This is going to tell you that it's integrating the mouse. That's totally fine. I do want English, and I am in the United States, and I like American English. Alright, so you're going to see a few screens go by there, but you'll eventually end up here on this host name page. You can name yours whatever you really want to. I'm going to name mine Kali. You do not have to enter a domain name if you don't want to. If you have a domain in your lab that you have set up, you can enter it there. That's totally cool. And the full name for the new user, I'm going to use Debonair Cyber. And the same for the username. We're definitely not going to put password 1 as the password. I'm going to continue through there. I am in Eastern time zone. Alright, so from here we want to begin to partition the disks. We're going to use the guided use entire disk. We're going to select the virtual hard disk that we set up earlier, and just to make things easy, we're going to put all the files into one partition. And we want to finish partitioning and write those changes. This will give you a warning that it's going to overwrite the disk. This is only the space that you have allocated to the virtual machine, not your entire hard drive. So we want to select yes. And we'll begin to install the operating system from there. So this is going to take a couple of minutes, and I'll meet you back. Alright, and we're back. That one took us a little while to get through, but that's alright. And from here, we need to make sure we do want the grub loader, and we're going to configure that with our virtual hard disk that we set up earlier. And with all that, we're done with the installation. From here we need to go in and hit continue, and that is going to reboot our virtual machine. It'll be back pretty quick. Alright, so from here you want to enter that username and password we set up earlier. And congratulations, you're inside your very first Linux virtual machine. One of the first things we want to do now that we're in here is click on this terminal emulator. So now we have the terminal open, we want to make sure that our system is completely up to date. And we're going to use this quick one-liner. So this is going to tell our machine to update the database that it uses and upgrade any packages that it has installed right now. This will ask for our password, same one that we entered earlier. And that will begin to update your system. This will take a few minutes, but we'll meet you back. Alright, now that all that is done, your system is completely up to date, you want to close the machine, power it off, and come back into your VirtualBox manager. We're going to go to snapshots, and we're going to take a snapshot. You can name it whatever you want, give it a description, and this will make sure that your virtual machine will revert back to this state. It's fully up-to-date state as of whenever you're doing this, and if anything ever happens to it, you can just revert back. You can completely destroy it, and this snapshot will be saved to this point. And with all that done, I think that will be the end of the video today. In today's video, we learned how to install VirtualBox and Kali Linux so that you can have a virtual machine ready to go for those CTF challenges. If you enjoyed the content, please consider liking and subscribing. And until the next time, we'll see you in the next video.